If you're a new or struggling YouTuber, you may wonder, how long does it take to see results? Well, that's why I'm doing this weekly update on my new YouTube channel, so you can see the strategies that I'm using and to see if they work. And if they are, maybe you could implement them into your channel to help you grow faster. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some new things that I've done on this channel and one that has really made some promising results. Let's get started. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining. My name is Shell, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you again. I appreciate it very much. Okay, so last week we saw that the month was ending with me having 50 views, 3.5 watch hours, 2 new subscribers, and 850 impressions. Now let's go ahead and look at the end of this week for the month. Okay, so last week for the month, I had 50 views, I had 3.5 watch hours, 2 new subscribers, and 850 impressions. Now let's go ahead and look at the analytics for this week in representation of the whole month. All right, so you can see that I have 107 views, 4.9 watch hours, and 4 subscribers. Now let's also look at the impressions. The impressions is at 3.5 thousand. So now you're like wondering, okay, so why is this important to me? Well, this is important because it just shows you that the small little tweaks that you're going to see that I did has made huge impression on YouTube in pushing out the videos. So it's important to make small changes, try them out, okay? That's the tip, is that little tweaks can have huge impact. So let's go ahead and look at what did I do to help my impressions go from 850 to 3,500. The best way to learn from this that I'm going to show you is looking at my individual videos. So let's do that now. Okay, so this is looking at my individual videos, and the 2 that I'm going to highlight are my 2 newest ones that were created this week. So we have week 2, why growing on YouTube feels so hard, and then I made 3 of Alexa's 5 mistakes, don't repeat them. Okay, look here. Week 2, why growing on YouTube feels so hard, 1,377 impressions. I made 3 of Alexa's 5 mistakes, don't repeat them, 973. So you can see compared to the rest, those are quite dramatic. And that translates into more views. And what I want you to notice right here is the view count. I have 35 and I have 15. Now you're going to be like, well, 15, that's not that much. I'm going to tell you what happened and what tweak I made that helped that one even more. All right, let's go ahead and look at this one. Okay, so now you can see this one, and I actually have 25 views. So for my small little channel from yesterday, because the information here that you're seeing on the where you click see more and stuff, that's yesterday's. I have now gained 10 more views just today alone, and it started right here. August 23rd today, 7:43 a.m. Here's what happened, and here's why my impressions, they're going to go hand in hand. Why they have improved so much. And this is my big takeaway for you. Is the first thing is, for both those videos this week, I share these videos onto Reddit. It's a social media app that I already have. I didn't do too much with it, but I've been uploading my 2 videos there, and people are clicking on it to view it. So my tip for you is use your social media that you have to promote your videos, because you're going to get a different audience. And when I go on Reddit, I'm specifically looking for the communities that are new YouTubers or YouTube, so they're related. That has worked out a lot. Now here's the tweak that I made with this one, is that when I posted it on Reddit, which was the first day that it was open, Thursday, you could see I didn't really get much. So I shared my video on Reddit on Thursday, and there was no interaction whatsoever. Now, could it have been that there's just not that many people on there? Perhaps. So, but it still was kind of slow. It did pick up like Friday, you can see at 4, 8, 11. and then 14 and stuff like that. And then 15, it kind of was like, that's where I left off, 15, right? So I was just like, okay, it didn't pick up like the other one where I was already at 35 views. So I was like, I need to do something. So the click-through rate, which you can see right here, 9%. That's higher than it was. Okay, that is just, it's gone up 0.3 just today alone because it was at 0.6 at the beginning of this morning. And so I was like, oh my gosh, which to be honest, I knew would happen because remember the last ones, it wasn't being pushed out that much. So I didn't have that many views. And so the click-through rate, because the impressions were really low, click-through rate was pretty high. So that was one thing is like, as a new YouTuber or struggling YouTuber, realize that if the impressions are, they're pushing them out and stuff, your click-through rate will go down because it's new people. They don't know your channel. They don't know your material. So they might not watch as much. They might not click, that kind of stuff. Just be prepared. But it is better. It is better to have a high impression rate and a low click-through rate than having a high click-through rate than a low impression rate. And it's because you want more viewers. You want more people to see it because YouTube will find the audience, will find your people that want to watch you. But if they don't push it out, no one's going to come see you. They're not going to be searching for you. So even knowing it's low, it was at 0.6, it's 0.9 now, but I'm getting more views. And that's what's most important is that YouTube is pushing it out. You can see the impressions. Now you saw 980, that was yesterday's. So today's 1.1 thousand. So what I did was I changed my thumbnail. So you can see right now it says struggling, stop this. But beforehand it said, are you guilty? And what it means is that Alexa Serenoya is talking about 5 new mistakes that new YouTubers make. And so I mentioned that in the video that I've made 3 of them, and what I did and how it helped you, the viewer, and stuff like that. But that's what it is. So just changing that little bit has improved people wanting to click on it because it's more related to you, the viewer, and not sounding so condescending. Like, are you guilty? So I was just like, maybe that comes off kind of harsh. So that's the little tweak that I made. So my next little tidbit of advice for you is I didn't realize how important titles and thumbnails really are, but they are. So even the smallest word changes can make a huge impact. So when you're really looking at it and looking at your titles and thumbnails, take some time and really think about, is this the message that you want to get across to your audience and what they're going to get out of it? Okay. All right. The next thing that I have been working on, and we're going to see if it makes some progress in my channel or not, and with the engagement. Let's look at my engagement right now, and you can see it's not the best. There's only a few videos that I can share with you with the engagement because I don't have that many views. And so we're looking at this first one here where it says keep going. This one actually is still doing pretty well, but it doesn't have, it's I think gained 1 more view than last week. So 57.8. So that's actually really good, but again, and it's very low on views. Look at this one that has 35 views, and this is the grind. This is the week 2. Ouch. Okay, 13.3%, and you can see way down here. And I mean, it wasn't very long of a video, 9 minutes and 16 seconds. But this is, I wasn't trying to make it about the viewer at this point. And so now that's how I'm changing. So hopefully this video you feel like, hey, this is for me, because that's what I really need to do. Is it can't be about me. It needs to be about you. So changing your phrasing when you're talking to your potential viewers, instead of like, I did this, it's you and your channel. What can you get out of it? How can we help you grow your channel? So that's what I'm really trying to work on, is making sure that my video itself is about the viewer, about you, and that you can get something out of it. And also I want to make sure that my title and thumbnail is promoting that it's about you also and not about me. Where this video, the grind, when I listen to it, and this information I'm getting from other YouTube gurus. Again, I am not a YouTube guru. I'm just like you. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing so you can follow my journey to see if it can help you grow yours. But it's one of those things that, you're listening and you heard it over and over, and then finally it's just like the light bulb clicks on. And it was this one where it's like, your videos need about your viewer, about them, not you. And that I was just like, oh my gosh, my videos have been about me. I think that's part of the mess up on my other channel too. So I listened to this video because it had already been out. And sure enough, right at the beginning, it was just all about me. I didn't do this. I didn't get this. And I'm like, no wonder. In fact, I got 1 dislike. I didn't get that many likes on it. I think I have 5 likes. Let's go to engagement. See more. Okay, so I have 5 likes. Mind you, 3 of them are me. And so 2 actual authentic likes and 1 dislike. Now, I still don't know if that was the reason they disliked it, but I'm like, that. You know what? Changing it from me to you is only going to help the channel. It's going to only help my videos. So that is what I'm really working on. All right, before I continue just babbling, let's continue on. If you are growing your channel, just remember that titles and thumbnails really do matter. Take your time, really think about it. You want to have that where they want to click on it, but you don't want it to be clickbaity. And words really do matter. Even the smallest little tweaks can change the outcome of your video and people watching it. And don't stress when your click-through rate, drops if YouTube is pushing out your channel and you are new and you don't have that many subscribers, because YouTube is making sure that viewers are seeing your videos and it's going to find the right audience for you. And since everybody's pretty new, they probably won't be clicking too often. Share your videos outside of YouTube. Get to a different audience. Help YouTube out. Okay? And do find communities that are focused on that topic, So, like I said, I go to Reddit and I focus on YouTube, new YouTubers, those kind of communities. Those small shifts can really change the outcome of your channel. Thank you so much if you watched to the end. I really appreciate it. Bye.